Welcome back everybody to the Cirque Show 24/7. This is season 3, episode 20 of ADC's Once Upon a Time, entitled Kansas. So let's get right into it. Alright guys, just to let you know, this video might be a little crazy just because I have like 6 other videos to do today because I'm a little behind on some other videos. So I'm going to be going a little bit fast. I might miss a few things, so forgive me. Now, let's get into this episode. Now, we have a lot of things going on. We only have like 2 episodes left of this season, and just things are moving really fast. You know, last episode we find out that, you know, Snow, her baby, is on her way. Today is the day, and her baby is here. And now people are trying to, you know, just get the protection ready for this baby because they don't, you know, Snow and Charming, they do not want to happen what happened last time where they have to lose the baby, like they lost Emma, and, you know, just craziness with Zelena. So they're trying everything in their power to not lose this freaking baby. What ends up happening? They lose the freaking baby to Zelena. So I thought that was just really funny that they end up losing the baby to Zelena anyway because they were trying so hard not to. So I just thought that was really funny to me. But let's get into real quick, you know, just the past of the Enchanted Forest, because now we get to see a little bit more of Zelena's backstory. We get to see how she got to Oz and what she was doing in Oz, and how Glinda the Good Witch really like played a big part in who she became now. Now I love the fact that, well, I love the fact that they added Glinda, because last week I said I wanted more Glinda. This week though, Glinda seemed a little shady to me. I don't know. Is it just me or am I crazy? But I felt like Glinda was a little shady of a chick. She was a little different, Glinda, than I saw in the movies. But I just thought it was really weird that she was just a little shady in my opinion. But Zelena ends up finding out that Glinda has a few more like sisters. They have like the, you know, the sisterhood of the traveling pants for witches, like round table. And, you know, Glinda, you know, invites Zelena to, like, you know, give up all this craziness and trying to get revenge on your sister. Come to, you know, to the sisterhood of witches. We have a spot for you. You can be nice. You can have your own like section of Oz to, you know, protect and rule over, and everything will be all good and dandy. We find out how she Zelena ends up getting like the crest thing that's on her chest, like the little necklace crest, and that harnesses all her power and stuff, and it can make her powerful, more powerful than anybody. But if somebody takes it, then she loses basically all her power. So that plays a big part in later in this episode. So I love how, you know, I love that they always tie in everything. Just when you think like, I don't know how they're going to tie this in with that, they always find a way to tie it in. So I always think that's just great writing, because this show can get really confusing at times with just a lot of plots and this, that, and the third. So I love the way that they tied stuff in. But it was always a catch with Zelena that Zelena ends up finding out that if somebody else comes here, if another girl comes here like in a typhoon or a cyclone or whatever like that, she's gonna destroy Zelena, and she's gonna beat Zelena and beat Zelena's evil power. So Zelena, being the jealous chick that she is, she ends up getting jealous because she finds out that this little girl who comes from Kansas is named Dorothy. And she ends up being, she's supposed to be like the prophet who stops Zelena and stuff like that. So Zelena tried to take matters into her own hands. So I thought that was just cool how they brought in Dorothy and how she played a big part and, you know, make a Zelena even more crazy than she is. So that was just really cool just to see, you know, just a little hint. She didn't have a big part to do, Dorothy, but, you know, I don't need too much of Dorothy. I was never the big Dorothy guy in the Oz. I was more, you know, I got down with like Glinda and all those people, and, you know, the Munchkins, and, you know, I got down with the Lollipop Gen. You know, I got down with those people. So Dorothy was never my cup of tea. So I'm glad they gave her something to do. But let's get back into just like the present of Storybrooke, where, you know, now what I've been saying the most about this season, or the second half of the season, is I love the fact that they're putting more of a role for the evil queen Regina to do in this, and it's more about her fighting her sister. Now I was a little bit upset that when they told us like, oh, the only person that can beat Zelena is the savior, which is Emma, and I was like, oh, here we go with this Emma thing. Now I love Emma, don't get me wrong, but I like Regina a little bit more, and I didn't want it to always be like every bad thing that happens always has to fall back on to Emma. So I'm glad that they found a way around this whole situation, and Emma ends up losing her powers because she ends up kissing Hook just to save him and stuff like that. And now the only person who can really beat her, Zelena, is Regina. So I love the fact that they put it back on Regina and they give her the focus, and it's more of a sister rivalry thing going on, and I just like that. I thought she deserved it. I love the fact that she found a way to harness the light, the light magic, because that's the only way you can beat Zelena. And she just had another great moment, and she ends up being her sister, because her sister's just been kicking her butt like throughout this second half of the season. That's all the sister does, and Regina just falls to the ground looking all so beautiful. Don't get me wrong, she falls so gorgeous, but she just keeps getting her butt whooped. So I love the fact that Regina was able to beat Zelena, because Zelena ends up, like I said, she gets the baby. She has she has the heart, the courage, the brains and stuff, and now the baby to like make this new curse. But Regina ends up stopping her, and Rumple, he gets his dagger back. He ends up giving it to Belle, but he doesn't really give it to Belle. It's like a fake one. So he's the one, he can only control himself, because nobody else can control Rumple but Rumple. So I love that Rumple's back to like that badass Rumple type that we all know and love, and he ends up killing Zelena. I didn't see that coming, but I loved it, because Rumple, he has to pay his debts, man. He never not pays his debts. And he told his son before he died, like, yo, I will avenge you. He kills Zelena. So that's going to have a big effect, though, because when he killed Zelena, the curse still ends up being, like, done for some reason. Like, I don't know what happened, but, like, something happened to where the curse is still going on. So that's going to bite Rumple back in the butt when that all happens. So overall, I really enjoyed this episode. Like I said, I love the fact that Regina was the one that to beat Zelena. Even though I like Emma, I love that it was a sister who beat the sister. That's what I wanted, because that's what they've been advertising. Evil versus wicked. That's what they've been advertising. So I'm glad that that's what it came down to. But we still got 2 more episodes, I think, or 1 more, or I think it's this last episode is just a 2-hour premiere. I think that's what's going on. So I just want to know what's going to happen. Zelena's dead. The curse is still activated. Rumple's a badass. He's got his dagger. So I don't know what's going to happen. They end up getting the baby back. Thank God. Hopefully they put like a bell or a chain or something on that baby and just tie that baby up, because the Charmings, they lose babies like it's nothing. Like, they just give away babies like it's nothing. So, and we find out that the baby is a boy. Hopefully, like, they do something to where the baby has some kind of like awesome power or something. I don't know. But I'm super excited for what's to come. So what you guys think about this episode? Please like this video, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you thought. Hopefully I did a good job at reviewing this. I went really fast. Like, everything's going in my blah blah blah. As always, this is the Search Show 24/7. Be easy.